I don't really have a stream. I just wanted to pop in and say, hey, wish you guys a good weekend. Are we gonna do this thing? I guess properly. Have a good weekend. Um, I'm actually gonna hop off sooner rather than later. Where the heck is this the button? Uh, cause I'm gonna game. Not yeah, not for anything, but yeah. So we'll just begin to let this run. Wow, this desk is becoming chaotic evil over here. We gotta fix this. Put that there. There you go. All right. Um. Oh no, that's not good. Uh. Lord. All right. So we're gonna try and get 20 minutes in because, like I said, I'm gonna start my weekend early. Um. What did I do today? I did some shopping. Uh. I'm exhausted. Uh. I don't know. I thought I was good, but this cold might not be done with me yet. Um. Sort of planned out my weekend. Sort of did really light music stuff. Felt good about it. I feel like I really, really, really need to come up with a an actual study system, and I think I'm going to do that. So the next year, my music will be a little more functional. And I actually might start a separate YouTube channel for it. We'll see how it goes. You know me. Y'all know me. Um. So yeah, I managed to shave my head yesterday and get a shave in. That was a sign that I was feeling better. Uh, and life is good. So yeah. So it's Friday, and it's almost 7:30. Excuse me. I, I went out. I did some shopping. Then I came home and I really wanted chocolate cake, so I went to this place that didn't have any. I went to this other place that didn't have any. I was like, went to my local place. The bakery had it at like the local Harris Teeter. I'm like, oh, chocolate cake. Uh, and that was my who? That's been my that's been my week. So I don't really have anything to tell you. We could run through the news real fast just to make sure. But I like to read it to you. But and I've also been having issues with my internet. So if the internet goes out, I don't. I mean, and that's the thing, right? I don't know what is going on. Yeah. All right. It's fine now, but all of us. I'm watching the video, and all of a sudden it goes down. I I watched 2 hours, and then 2 hours and 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then 2 hours and 45 minutes. Excuse me. Excuse me. Of Gods and Generals Caesar like documentary. It was like 5 hours. It was really good. It was really good. And I was exhausted by yesterday, and I think that by then yesterday it was like 2 in the morning. Whew. So I was weaning myself off this medication. Then I felt fine, fine, fine. But then I kind of didn't feel better, but I did feel fine. So I went back on the medication. and hot tea. It's been a week. A week ago, I was at Thanksgiving, and it just came over me, right? And like I said, I know my system to be like a week to 10 days. I feel better, so I think I got like another at least 5 days just to monitor myself to make sure I'm not going to relapse into sniffles and sneezes, or since my immune system at this point just won the battle, it's low, so I have to make sure I take vitamins and make sure I keep tight just so that I don't get like the flu on top of this cold or something. I have the windows open, Ali, as I'm speaking to you saying this stuff. I have the windows open because again, you excuse me, you gotta, you gotta, you gotta, you gotta. What was that? You gotta play music loud, not loud, but with the windows open. As well as if you have a cold, it's good to just air the place out. Air the place out. Get the funk out. Get the stank out. New air will help. And it's fairly cold out there. But I think I'm gonna give up burning incense. I usually burn incense because I it's the Christian in me, and I don't want to offend the neighbors with my weird smelling cigarettes. So I would burn incense, right? But now I'm just kind of like not even gonna bother. It's a sign of age, right? I'm not. I don't care anymore. And I don't want to breathe incense. Although I do like incense. What are you gonna do, man? All right, you change. Life has changed. You have to get used to change. We all like things at different stages of our lives, and on this pod, I'm essentially just talking it out with you guys. Um, oh my God. CEO feels terrible about laying off 900 employees over video chat. Does it anyway. Hey, Kevin Vasquez, how you doing? I hope things are good. I hope your weekend's about to kick off. Hope it's going to be nice. So, there's a manhunt for the parents of the Michigan high school shooting suspect, but to attorney, so what? They fled. So here's the thing about that. So your son, you buy a gun 4 days ago. Your son takes that gun, shoots up the joint. They show up at you, arrest him, right? Then they show up for you, charging you with manslaughter as well. Both the parents are now charged with manslaughter. It's just, ugh, man. And Jesse Smollett is back on trial. They're keen to put him in jail. I don't even know, man. It's at the most to me, it's bullshit, and it's a false police report. But they're they're trying to send him to jail like he robbed a bank. We'll see. There is not much news going on, which is good, I guess, right? Or it's the same old stories of the same old news that we talked about, which I guess is good. It's not like a new thing. How John Roberts could gut and save Roe v. Wade. See, so now we're going to talk about Roe v. Wade for the next 5 years, and then this is how cynical and sinister I think. Like, so for the next one, for you to rally the Democrats to keep abortion, right? Uh, you can raise money, you can do all this, but Roe v. Wade doesn't touch everybody. It doesn't even touch all women. Some women are very religious and they're against it, right? And a lot of the guys, you know, maybe don't have a position on it or don't care because it doesn't affect them personally or whatever, right? So a lot of guys are, you're already, I think the Republicans are more galvanized to keep it, right? So it's not even a thing that only your side, your tribe will come out for, right? It'll agitate everybody versus having something that only your side will come out for, right? And come out big. So if you could say, let's say it was, if you made it about school and education, you could steal some of those, the opposition's voters because they have kids who they want to send to school, right? Uh, but it seems to me that the Democrats are always championing the wrong stuff. So they're gonna sit here and tell you we Democrats and da 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 da, and a woman's right to choose and blah 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 blah. And I think that's an issue that is more motivated to women. So now you split your base in half immediately, and then not all women, like I just said, and then you cut it further. So it's going to be abortion and what else? It's definitely going to be abortion. What is the other stuff that's going to be? It's going to be so good. So yeah, USGA as national champions for golf with disabilities. That's pretty good. You know, I'm a fan of golf. I think I'm gonna take it up in my old age, walking around in the sun and talking about what do you talk about on the golf course? Sports, probably not. That's what those poor people talk about. They probably talk about stocks and bonds, I guess. Maybe I can learn something. Yeesh. The splashy highs at USC and LSU were a long time in common college football. Excuse me. Um, yeah, there's a lot of stuff like this. This is CNN News. It says Tom Brady and NFL teammates stun students after group chat typo. So apparently they typed it wrong and got Tom Brady, and they're a high school football team, and they were totally shocked. And then you know he humored it, I guess, so it took, and then he got some other NFL, and I mean, I don't blame the kids. The kids are like, oh my god, like I could just imagine if I accidentally called Reggie Jackson when I was like 12 years old or whatever, or 16 or whatever, right? It'd be cool, but of course it's a leading story for CNN because it really is not about news anymore. It's not really about. That's in the old days. After the news was over, there'd be 5 minutes of that, like those feel good stories. It wouldn't lead the news. It would never lead the news. Now it only ever leads the news. Uh, America's becoming a jungle. Now everybody's going to talk about abortion forever. Look, here's the thing: 9 Supreme Court justices, 6 of them are Republican. I think that's right. I know 5 are. It's not 5-4. It's like six. It's like 6-3. Who are the liberal? Sotomayor, right? Um. Oh my God! Now I gotta look up the Supreme Court justices because I don't know them off the top of my headpiece. All right, let's move you over here. Kennedy, Sotomayor, and who? Ugh. My spelling is horrendous, atrocious. Supreme Court. All right, so Breyer liberal. Sotomayor is Keegan is a Democrat, And who else? All right. Coney Barrett is Republican. Brett Kavanaugh is Republican. Gorsuch is Republican. Alina Kagan is a Democrat. Sotomayor is a Democrat. Alito is a Republican. Breyer is a Democrat. Thomas is a Republican. And Roberts is a Republican. That's six. Yeah, I was right. I knew I wasn't crazy. All right. So yeah, you got six conservative justices. I mean, hasn't been this stacked since like the 20s. The Democrats really just blew it. I'm not even going to argue tonight on this pod. We're going to run it. Excuse me. That we've just been doing 15 minutes, so I guess if we do another 10, I guess that will be about it. It's 7:30 now, and then I'm gonna go do something else with my day because I have got to tell you. Excuse me. See what I mean? While I'm still on the medication, I'm gonna give myself like 3 or 4 more days of taking this regimen, and then I'm just gonna slide back into my life. And hopefully, I won't get thick. Mm. I guess it's a slow news day. All I see is Netflix stuff now. Free at home COVID tests. Is it? No, it's not. Yeah, I think it's a slow news day. All I see is quips at each other. Omicron, the death metal band, would like to clarify a few things. Yeah, see, there's always a band named after your or pandemic sounding at least. Omicron, the heavy metal, no, not heavy metal, death metal band. So let's get it right. I don't know what the difference between heavy metal and death metal is, but I'm assuming it's loud, long hair, black T-shirt, guttural tones in the microphone, hard riffs, right? But I don't know what the topic or the audience is. I think it's likely a subgenre of heavy metal, and I don't know heavy metal. Parents of alleged Oxford shooter Ethan Crumbley facing involuntary manslaughter charges, and that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. U.S. white supremacists back in Serbia despite being kicked out this year. A white supremacist snuck into Serbia. They're gonna send him to a Serbian prison. Then he really want to be back here. People romanticize this stuff like everybody loves you. A lot of people don't like your whole energy, and we will see. They like the beauty of the stuff on TV, but like the people, they're not crazy about. So you always have to watch yourself. Um, as an American outside the country. All right, just saying because we have been at war for everybody for like the last fucking 40 years. Let's not be silly about it. Uh, whew. All right. Remember, people, it is your weekend. If you are sick, get healthy, or rest. Now's a good time to just. It's the weekend. Lay up in bed. Watch. Catch up on your soap opera. Soap operas on the weekend. There's a soap opera channel. Catch up on your soap operas, or your westerns, or your sci-fi. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good time. It's a good time. Uh, all right. I guess we. This is going to be one of the shorter ones in our history. We're hitting 20 minutes right now. Uh, Normally this would be 20 minutes or 20 minutes or so of a topic. We did exactly 20 minutes. Uh, so yeah, I sort of feel like I want to say, but I also feel like, excuse me. I also feel like when a decompressing game, I will definitely be back for the Sunday session this Sunday morning. I don't know if I'll be back tomorrow. I'm beginning to like this every other day thing. But I think we're gonna ratchet it up and get back to every day. But for now, this is my version of a break every other day. Uh, and yeah, this one's gonna be tight. This one's not well, not gonna be tight. It's gonna be slow. I was trying to work on my rhythm guitar and my metronoming. I'm bad at it. I've been absorbing a super duper lot of guitar game videos, race videos, F1 videos. I'm not really a racing. I like the racing games. Mm. But racing sims, I can't even. I can't even. I can't. I cannot even. Is it behind there? It might be behind there. So anyway, hey William, good to see you in the chat. Um, it's funny that I was just wrapping up the show. It's gonna be. I was saying it's gonna be a short one because I thought I was getting better, but now I'm not so sure. So we're just gonna lay up. Wow, we're gonna lay up this weekend. Uh, and by layup, I mean we do like. And besides, there's no news. There's no news to discuss or talk about unless you want to talk about rich and famous people. So let's recap. Since I was talking about watching this documentary on Julius Caesar, how he essentially like 40 years before uh, the Christian calendar started, how he was just kind of like it went through all his campaigns, right? It was 2 hours and 40 minutes the first part. The second part was 2 hours and 15 minutes. The second part was 2 hours and like 40 minutes. And I stopped like I watched it both of them, and then I went to sleep at like 2 in the morning. Uh, my day always starts at 6:30 if I get up early. But normally, if I sleep late, I'll sleep only till 7 a.m. Um, Old man style. So, but I was just thinking about how he organized his whole thing, and how he was just like he was one of the top three richest people in Rome, and he got that way from being in the military. The other guy was a rich businessman, and the other guy was a rich politician. No. I'm sorry. He was a general and a politician in the Senate, and he was older. He was an older general, and Julius Caesar was like, I think I want to say 10 or 15 years younger than him. So he was still an active general, and they were the three like top people in like Rome, and then they ran the place together, and then they had a falling out, and then they kind of like went to war, and then there was a civil war, and the story just got so super interesting, like the machinations of who, like the power plays and how he was able to uh, win with few people and amass armies, make the right decisions. It's quite impressive, man. I see why he is sort of the gold standard. Why they teach Julius Caesar all over the place. Um, I had some questions though, but those are history questions, I'd say. But yeah, it was. I might rewatch it. It was so good. Um, and I think I'm gonna take off tomorrow just in order to get this apartment fixed and ready my move to Twitch. Oh, so please like and subscribe. Both my channels. I need the help. I need subscribers, The whole thing's going to get interesting, hopefully, really interesting. But for right now, we're just slowly recovering from this cold, and it's definitely a cold. Um, I'm glad it's not the flu. Every time that I have the flu, I lose like 10 pounds. Um, didn't Joaquin Phoenix play who in a movie? Johnny Cash? I think Joaquin Phoenix played Johnny Cash in I Walk the Line. Wasn't that the movie? Oh, Julius Caesar. Right. Why? No, he was he Julius Caesar? I thought he was one of Caesar's. That's pretty. That's a pretty good question. What nondescript Roman emperor was he? What was the name of that movie? Gladiator. Gladiator. 2000. All right. Set in Roman times, the story of a once powerful general forced to become a common gladiator. The emperor's son is enraged when he's passed over as heir in favor of his father's favorite general. He kills his father and arranges the murder of the general's family, and the general is sold into slavery to be trained as a gladiator. Ridley Scott. Box office 460 million bucks. It's on Netflix. Huh. All right. IMDb. Where are we? Here we go. What is the name of the characters? Let's get into it. Where's the cast? Stars Russell Crowe, Joaquin Phoenix, Connie Nelson. Who's Connie Nelson? Videos, photographs, top cast. Connie Nelson, Lucilla. Commodus. Commodus. All right. So now we look. Was there an Emperor Commodus? Commodus was Commodus. Ugh, was Commodus person? Commodus in full Caesar Marcus Aurelius Commodus Antonius Augustus, originally 180 CE, Lucius Aelius Aurelius Commodus, born August 31st, 151 CE, Lanuvian, Latinum, now Lanuvius, Italy, died December 31st, 192, Roman Emperor from 177 to 192, sole Emperor after 180. Huh. He died at 31 years old. Okay, well, so apparently he was a real person. Lucius Aelius Aurelius Commodus was a Roman emperor serving jointly with his father Marcus Aurelius, we know who that is, from 176 on his father's death in 180 and solely until 192. His reign is commonly thought of as marking the end of a golden period of peace in the history of the Roman Empire, known as the Pax Romana, peaceful Rome. Commodus accompanied his father during ugh, the Marcomac Wars in 172 and on the tour of the Eastern Province in 176. He was made the youngest consul in Roman history in 177. A consul held the highest elected political office of the Roman Republic, and ancient Romans considered the consulship the second highest level of cursus honorum after the censor. Each year, the Centuriate Assembly elected two consuls to serve jointly for one term. Hmm. All right, let's skip ahead to death, because Solar Reign, assassination. In November 192, Commodus held plebeian games in which he shot hundreds of animals with an arrow and javelin every morning and fought as a gladiator every afternoon, winning all the fights, of course. In December, he announced his intention to inaugurate the year 193 as both consul and gladiator on January 1st. When Marcia found a list of people Commodus intended to have executed, she discovered that she, the perfect the prefect Ledius, and electorate were on it. The three of them plotted to assassinate the emperor on this 31st of December. Martial poisoned Commodus' food, but he vomited up the poison. So the conspirators sent his wrestling partner, Narcissus, to strangle him in his bath. Upon his death, the Senate declared him a public enemy, and restored the original name of the city of Rome and its institutions. Statues of Commodus were demolished. His body was buried in the mausoleum of Hadrian. Commodus' death marked the end of the Nerva Antonin dynasty. Oh, so yeah, his power went to his head, and you know, they were happy to be done with him. Uh, what does it say? Megalomania. In opposition to the Senate, in pronouncement, megalomania. There's a chapter called Megalomania. Commodus had always stressed his unique status as a source of godlike power, liberally and physically prowess. Uh, Innumerable statues around the empire were set portraying him in the guise of Hercules, reinforcing the image of him as a demigod and a physical giant, a protecting warrior who fought against men and beasts. All right, yeah, this sounds exactly the way. All right, but I guess, huh, I guess that's it then. All right, so did you see they caught the guy who shot record? Yeah, I did hear that. Yeah, because people, he's a savage. He's just gonna do 1 trillion years in jail, and then somewhere around when he's 40 or 43, he'll realize huh, and by then it'll be too late. But at least he's off the street. No, shot himself in the foot because genius. Um. All right, so legends made at the crack of dawn. I don't even know what that means. What is that? Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. All right, so does he? Better hope it's a cold. Um, yeah, it's cold and flu season, right? But he's got the best. He's got a, a military doctor walking around with him with a giant bag of Stay Alive for Joe Biden. So I think he'll be fine. Me, however, I'm a delicate flower. I could go at any minute. uh, so yeah, I think I'm gonna work on dinner and some video gaming, and I'll be back Sunday morning. Well, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I think I'm getting better, but at the same time, I should have that hat. Where's that hat? It's in the other room. Uh, I should I should probably have something on my head and probably a hoodie on because I've got this window open. Uh, I gotta tell you, I don't like being sick, and this pandemic is really just making me crazy. Uh, so what? We're gonna have a year of yes, Sunday service. Did we push it back to 8:30 or is it still 7:30? I think it's 8:30. I think it's 8:30. We'll check. We'll check. We'll check. Uh, yeah, I'm out of my rhythm. I fully acknowledge that I'm out of my rhythm. 8. Yeah. Every show is supposed to be. Oh, this show is supposed to be at 6:30. I gotta change that. All right. Oh my God. 6:30 and Saturday at 6:30. Yeah, we're gonna change both of those to 7:30, 7 or 7:30 every night. 8 a.m. It is what it is. What it is, isn't it? All right. Well, can't hate on it. Uh, Thanks, man. I appreciate you. I will. I really do, William. Uh, we'll be back. We're gonna take tomorrow off. The pressure's off that I don't have to be here every day, but I'm likely to be here every day. But for the right now, every other day seems good. At least until Sunday. Something tells me I'll be back in the swim of it like Monday, because then I gotta take the car in on Wednesday, and you know, I should be back in full form, whatever that is, by next week Sunday. Uh, Thanks, man. You too. Have a good weekend. So yeah, so we won't be back. If we do a show tomorrow, it'll be a bonus. Hopefully we will. But we will definitely be back at 8 a.m. on Sunday for the Sunday session. Come on through, get your soul massaged, and it'll be good for 2 weeks. Just in time, man. I almost left y'all. Like I said, it's good for 2 weeks, and we took 2 weeks off on this thing. So we'll be back, and we'll be talking about what we always talk about, whatever's in the news, and see who's doing what. I think they're trying to make Kanye crazy. So we'll see. We'll talk about it. Yeah. So we will see you, ladies and gentlemen, men and women, boys and girls, forks and spoons, moon and stars, uh, acoustic and electrics, and watches and clocks, and all other sorts of nicely situated pairs. We will see you guys in the next one, and the next one is going to be 8 a.m. on Sunday morning. Uh, I'm telling you, unless I figure out Twitch tonight, because it's been a while. Uh, but that's blah, blah, blah. I always say to take too long to say peace out. So everybody have a good weekend, and I will see you in the next one